It's Caffey. I just finished this, but I'm gonna say real quick, enjoy the random memes and different pictures that I randomly found, loved, and saved onto my hard drive, and I will put them so you can see them while we talk. Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Today I'm too lazy to use my actual video camera, because it is still packed up. When I went home, and my laptop decided to not like my camera. Anyway... today I'm going to do a review on one anime movie, and then I will tell you my, I guess, first impressions of two animes from this current season. The first one will be Papa no Kiki, because that's the short version of the name. It might be Papa no Ki. Whatever. Listen to me, girls, I'm your father. And the second one will be Another, or in Japan, Anaza. If that was even close to a good representation of how you pronounce it, then yay. It's not really that good. Anyway, so the anime movie actually just came out. Wow, we've been very recent with this new update, I guess. This new review. Anyway, the movie's The Secret World of Arietty, the new Miyazaki movie. And I thought it was pretty good. In my opinion, you should go watch The Borrowers, which is, of course, another Miyazaki movie, before you go see it, but it is not completely necessary if you don't want to go see it. If you don't want to get The Borrowers, watch The Borrowers first or anything, it's perfectly fine. You can more or less understand the general idea of it. You can understand the characters. It just helps to see The Borrowers, because the characters in Arietty are borrowers. But they explain what borrowers are rather well, so you don't really need to worry anyway. But, getting back to it all, Arietty, story. It's not story as in the sense of you'd usually find in a anime, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, it's no Death Note or Code Geass. Like, there's not much story if you look at it from a perspective like that, like a standard anime. It's about these little people who are borrowers, and just go watch The Borrowers if you don't know what that is. And they go around and try and just live life off of what the humans leave behind. Not what they leave, but they take little scraps of, like they take a little bit of sugar. You wouldn't notice if, like, 10 grains of sugar was gone, and if you do, you're really weird. They take, like, one tissue, etc., and they're really little, so, I mean, they take, like, 10 grams of salt, and they're just like, oh my god, this will feed us for, like, a year, you know? So, that's how they live, and they cannot be seen by humans, because, of course, they would probably want to catch them, squish them, do all sorts of tests on them, all that jazz. And it's basically the story of trying not to get seen, getting seen, then having to trust some humans and not trust others, etc., etc. Family friendly, definitely. When I went to see it with my mom, because she doesn't like anything worse than some PG, of course. When I went to see it with her, there was a lot of little kids in the audience, but, you know, she wanted to see an anime movie, and I, of course, said, well, yeah, I'll go, it's Miyazaki. But anyway, story, if you consider that a story, like we do sometimes and do not other times, if you consider it a story, then I'd give it an 8. If you do not consider it a story, maybe a 3. Characters. I'm actually going to go with an 8 on this. There's not that many characters. Like, we have the wise old woman, we have the evil old woman, we have the cat, which doesn't get characterized until, like, the last 20 minutes. The dying boy. The really insane boy. The average girl. And her parents. Like, being the average boy, I guess you would call me. Or an average-ish guy. There is no character for me to relate to. And It's a little annoying, but okay. And so, if I didn't say already, I'd give characters an 8, because it's not very... Okay, 8 sounds a little high now that I think about it. Let's give it a 7. It's not very good. I mean, it's not bad, really. It's just lacking your average guy. Plus, you know, it's not like they're great at characterizing everyone. That moves on to music. 7 once again. I mean, it was nothing too great. For Miyazaki, I was kind of disappointed with the music, but what do you know? I mean, I'm pretty sure Miyazaki only wrote this, actually. I don't think he actually directed it, if I'm correct about that. And if that's true, then he wouldn't even have a say over the music. Which is probably why it's not as good as many other Miyazaki films, but still, it's not bad. And lastly, I believe we have animation. Animation, I would give a 10. It was beautiful. It was great. It was got everything across. You could not have asked for more. Maybe it's just because I saw on the big screen in high definition, and I usually just watch things in crappy quality streaming or on Crunchyroll on my small monitor here. It's not that small because I have 3 of them usually, but yeah, I would give it a 10. What does it do special? I guess having it be an all-ages film, it was very good. So and for being an all-ages film, for doing the all-ages film of, it's good with both old people, young kids, my generation, people in their 20s, well, maybe not people in their 20s, but actually, yeah, I guess my sister would go watch it. But being great for all ages and being entertaining, I'd give it a 9. I've seen 1 or 2 things do it better before, mainly other Miyazaki films, but I mean, still does it quite well. Good for everyone, you know. I'm sorry if you keep hearing because that is the fan going on in the background because it is hot. And yes, the window's already open. Overall, I guess I'd give it a... If you consider the story real, then I guess I'd give it an 8. If you consider the story not real, I'd give it more like a 6. Still worth watching regardless, especially if you have some younger kid that you want to, you know, watch a movie with. It's very good. You will be entertained as well as the kid, unlike a lot of other things these days. Next, my impressions. My first impressions of Another. I am on episode halfway through 6 of Another, and so far I can say it seems good. It has very much a lot of potential to get better. It is a lot like Final Destination as far as I can see here. I would recommend to start watching it if you have not yet. It's one of the better animes this current season, in my opinion. Don't expect a Higurashi out of it as far as I can tell just yet. I would love that, but I don't think any horror anime is ever going to come close to Higurashi, nor are many other animes ever going to come close to Higurashi anime. Well, everything in general is starting to go downhill. WoW, you know, StarCraft, you know, movies these days, TV these days, and even anime, although not as much as everything else is anime going down, because every now and again there's a quite a good series, like last season. Was it last season? I think it was last season. We had Steins Gate. It was last season before that, but you know, and Steins Gate was top tier, man. And then a couple of seasons before that, we had Kaiji, which was surprisingly good. You know, I mean, we've had a lot of dramas lately and weird stuff, and not that it's bad, but why can't we get another Death Note, right? Instead of pursuing another chess, we just keep making Call of Duty 1000. And that's coming from a professional COD gamer back in the day. Yes, professional COD 2, way back when. Anyway, now on to the second one. Listen to me, girls, I'm your father. When I you know me, I read the title or hear about it slightly from somewhere else, and that's what I go off of. I don't like learning anything else about the anime I'm watching. And I originally thought it was going to be like an Usagi Drop-esque fatherly anime. I really like those kinds of anime because I want to be a daddy. But not exactly what I expected. It's kind of turned out to... Oh yes, don't read the caption if you're watching on Crunchyroll. Like, don't read the video description on, I think it's episode 2, because stuff happens in an episode, and they completely spoil it within, like, the first sentence, and I read it by accident, and that didn't... And it would have been much better if I hadn't. But, yeah. Anyway, it's turned kind of from... Well, I was hoping it to be another Usagi Drop type anime to, I guess a very small harem with a couple lollies, but it might not be a harem at the same time. It's not really what I wanted, but I'm still watching anyway. It's not bad. It has its moments for funny, definitely, but story-wise, I mean, of what story it had so far, quite exceptional. I didn't see the thing that happens coming, which is uncommon usually. I usually can call almost anything. Almost anything. I called most of Lost. I called most of Death Note, etc. I called all of Inception, but that's another story. Anyway, I guess I'll leave on that note. Would I recommend Listen to Me, Girls, I'm Your Father? If you're looking for what I described, definitely. I'm just not liking it that much because it's not what I wanted. Although I'm liking it enough to keep watching it, of course. It's in no way bad. Anyway, it's also sort of drama-y. And that's what I'm watching this season so far. I'm probably going to start another 1 or 2, but as of now I can't tell you what that'll be. I mean, I'm looking right now at what's currently airing on Crunchyroll. Oh yeah, I was watching Chihaya Furu for a while. Might go back to that. I don't know. It was pretty good for a while, but then it started to get a little slow. It's about a girl who plays... I don't remember what the name of the game is, but it's pretty much a Japanese-only game because it has to do with, I believe, their prayers. I haven't seen that in a while. New Naruto Shippuden. No. I might actually pick Shippuden back up. I was watching it for a small period of time. Other than that, that's all I can see that actually looks pretty cool. I mean... Inu X Boku Secret Service. That does not look like one for me. Kasan Mom's Life. I tried that. Could not stand it. Puyo Puyo. Seemingly too cute for many. Maybe I'll have to look that up. Huh. Natsume Eugene Shoshi. Looks like your standard fighting anime. That's probably going to be bad. No offense. I haven't actually seen it at all. I just read the small little caption. Nisei Monogatari. Also looks like your standard thing. I've heard bad things, and I mean bad things, about Hunter x Hunter. Digimon, yeah, no. Fairy Tail, my friend keeps trying to get me into that, but I will not watch Fairy Tail. It doesn't appeal to me. Familiar of Zero F? I've never heard of that. That's... that could be a maybe. Card Fight Vanguard. I will pass. Brave 10. Actually, I might have to go watch that. Bodacious Space Pirates. I usually don't judge animes by the name, but... no. Beelzebub, I've heard good things. I'm gonna have to start that eventually. Anonatsu de Materu. Sorry, that was the worst double consonant I've ever pronounced in my life, but mat. Materu. Let's see here. Ooh, I have to see this. Friends making a film together? Okay, well, Ononatsu de Materu will be one I will be watching, because me and my friends make films. Oh my. Well, anyway, this has been a 15-minute video of me talking, and I will probably put a picture of, like, Ushio or something over so you guys actually have something to look at other than a black screen. Unless you just tab into something else and, like, go on Facebook while you listen to this, which is also a pretty cool idea. Well, anyway, with that, I will leave you because I'm going to hurry out because this is, once again, 15 minutes, almost 16 minutes, almost 16 minutes. Are we getting there? Are we getting there? No, I'm going to end it because we're at, like, the 15-minute, 30-second mark. Now the 40-second mark. Now